You know, there's almost two different camps right now. Those who are sticking their head in the sand about artificial intelligence and those who are kind of leaping right in. I think you're in the latter, no? You'd agree to that.
AI is the future, but also it's current. Each one of us carry smartphone's phone in his pocket. So our smartphone understand what do we eat, where do we go, our behavior. So AI actually live with us. But we don't look at today, actually. If we look at the next 12 years, AI, artificial intelligence, will add to the global GDP $12 trillion. And by the way, that's much more than oil will add to any economy.
Which is part of the process for you. You're diversifying away from crude, right?
We are, but also we are embracing the future. We are in the business of changes. Always you need to change as a company, as a nation, and you have to look at the future. Technology, we need to embrace technology. We need to, there is a time that this region have lost, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed want us to go fast to the future. And today, whatever we've seen, all the talk...
It's interesting. You're suggesting that it's time to catch up with what was lost in the last 4 decades, and you can accelerate the change with technologies.
This region have lost more than 4 decades, have lost 500 years, the whole region. So for us, we are a puller for this region, actually, to the future.
And not bashful about it, which I think is interesting. So a few years ago, you wouldn't have said that, but you have a model you think that works. I want to pose this big question, Mark. The McKinsey Global Institute, I read the survey they put out at the end of December, and they were being conservative, Mr. Gergawi, suggesting 400 million jobs can be wiped out between now and 2030. As a baseline, could double to 800 million. So what's the counter argument? Do you get the right skills for your workers, for Emiratis, the broader region, a country like Egypt? How would they deal with something like that? Let's be candid about it.
We need to understand what will happen in the future. You have to map it. As a country, a minister of future skill been appointed. His job actually to look at the future, understand what sort of skill. At the same time, he's a minister of state for higher education. So they go together. Country need to understand the changes that will take in the future.
Interesting. You have to adapt quickly is what you're suggesting, no?
We need to go fast. We need to understand what's going to happen, but also we need to understand the world economy. I'll give you an example. Today, the top 5 company globally, and its capital, Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, these are the top company. The common denominator with them are they are a software company in a way.
Well, I want to talk to you about this because I've known you for better than 10 years, but you've been spending a lot of time in Silicon Valley, so you don't want to take the entire model. What are you picking that you think works in the Middle East and North Africa, and specifically for the UAE right now during this moment of change, rapid change?
What we need to change our education system. So every single student have to be a programmer. We start in the high school. It's going to be implemented in junior high, then we're going to start from grade 1. So future skill, you have to be a programmer. It doesn't matter what you do. You're a doctor, or you might teach English, but for us, programming is very important because that's going to be the common denominator for every single skill globally.